Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we are jumping straight into probably the fastest moving corner of tech right now.
AI developer workflows.
Exactly.
Oh,
And we're going to be looking at two major players, Google's experimental anti-gravity initiative, and then the very polished IDE, Cursor.
and this isn't just about which tool is better, is it?
No, not at all. It's more of a philosophical choice. It's about two totally distinct ways of coding. Do you want the full AI automation, or do you want, to keep control?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Our mission here is really just to break down the pros and cons for you, focusing on the workload, the reliability,
Yeah.
because how these tools feel to use is just, it's fundamentally different. It really depends on what kind of workflow you enjoy.
Okay, so let's unpack anti-gravity first. I've heard this called the agent playground.
Hmm.
You give it a really big high-level command, something like fix the user login flow, or even build this new footer component.
And it just goes.
Yeah.
What's so fascinating is the ambition behind it. Anti-gravity spins up these little AI workers.
A little dev team.
It really is. It's like a junior dev team that's just, running around. They open terminals, they run your app.
They click around in the browser?
They do, all on their own.
Mm-hmm.
They generate plans, they test endpoints. I mean, it's trying to swallow the whole development process.
And you get all the proof afterwards, right? The screenshots, the little video clips of the agents working.
All the logs, yeah.
It's amazing to watch.
And this is the big but. It's still so new. The agents, they get confused sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one refactor a function perfectly, which was great. But then it spent the next 2 minutes trying to deploy some database script that had nothing to do with anything.
Right. That's the kind of something weird we're talking about.
You just can't fully trust it yet, not on like a critical production project.
So hold on. Is that chaos just, isn't that the price you pay for innovation? For that kind of speed when it does work?
That's a great question, but I think that's where the comparison with Cursor gets really stark.
Yeah, if we pivot to Cursor, it's just so much more grounded. Way more grounded.
It doesn't even try to do that whole unsupervised agent thing. It's all about helping you code clean, fast, and reliably.
Exactly. That's the key difference. With Cursor, the developer is firmly in control. It feels like a super-powered VS Code. It just reliably understands your whole project. And the AI help is, well, it's predictable. You ask it to change something.
And it changes it. It doesn't go off on some weird side quest.
No side quests.
Right. And I think that's the difference between, writing code and managing chaos. Cursor is stable, it's polished, it makes your development smoother, it's for, real work.
So it sounds like we have two really clear use cases emerging here.
I think so.
Anti-gravity is what you fire up when you want to experiment. Or, see what the future of AI development looks like.
Or maybe you're just too lazy to manually test a complicated user flow. You just tell the agents, go poke at this for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Cursor is the workhorse. That's what you're using every single day when stability and getting things done is what matters.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, they're both useful, but they just serve totally different needs.
Fundamentally different.
Mm-hmm.
One turns you into a manager and a debugger of this, unpredictable system. The other just makes you a super efficient architect.
So given how fast these tools are evolving, I think the final thought we want to leave you with is this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wonder, right, how soon will these AI agents go from being this kind of confused junior dev team that you have to babysit to being a trusted, stable lead developer that you can actually rely on for serious production work?
That's the billion-dollar question.
Something to keep an eye on.